mistress is in the boardroom. If you have any questions, Guido is at your service. Please enter.
A leader must be adaptable, as you are. Please let me help her.
I don't think so, John. I've made up my mind. You've gone silent again. I'll take that as your concession.
We have a guest.
Can I help you? Ah. The true winner of the Westminster tourney. Some say explosions are crude, but I admire their efficacy. Any foe of the gentry is a friend of ours. You're welcome to join in on our efforts. You should speak to Victor here. He's my second in command. Any tasks I dole out are delegated through him. I'm afraid I must go.
Victor Schmidt has placed you under my lead. I heard you made a good first impression. Keep it up and Eve might take notice. But I warn you, reputations fall quickly round here. An audience with Eve is something you'll have to earn. Excitement will get you nowhere. Are you familiar with Eve's daughter, Lily? Good. That lets me save a bit of air explaining. I have another responsibility, apart from being an agent. One that may be even more important. I'm Lily's tutor. Lily has to be intelligent, cunning, irreverent. In order to be the next lead of the Fifth, she has to be well educated. I need some educational books in order to further Lily's lessons. I put in a request for the textbooks. Eve deferred it, saying that she'd need to send someone out to get them, and that we're spread too thin. But now you're here. You got it. Find the books and bring them back to me. If you do, I'll put in a good word for you with Eve. I don't really know myself. You might want to ask Muriel about that. Fantastic. I'll let Lily know. Thank you, outsider.
Britain.
You have them? Ah, perfect. I trust you didn't run into too much trouble. I don't. That's why it was a statement and not a question. The books will do just fine. Wait for a moment. I'll go fetch Lily.
Hey,
Hey,
watch what you're doing,
watch
okay?
what you're doing, okay?
Mother? Are you coming to my lesson today?
Actually, Lily, I'll be teaching you something today. Something far more important than what John here is teaching you. My daughter tells me you've been filling her ears with misinformation, John.
What? No. She's been learning political theory, history, literature.
Extraneous information based on antiquated bias. She's shepherding in the new world, John. There's no space in a child's brain for old ideas.
Eve!
You failed me. Gone behind my back. It's treasonous. It's hard to turn a blind eye to this.
I would never do anything to betray you.
Another lie. Thank you. Without these worthless pages of drivel, I wouldn't have known there was a knife in my back.
Eve! What are you doing?
Mother?
Lily, tell me, what's a forbidden material?
Something I'm not allowed to read?
Something you aren't even allowed to think. When we find a forbidden material, we burn it. Otherwise, it'll rot our brain. And we don't want that, do we?
No.
The only problem is, when adults find forbidden material, the rot doesn't go away. It keeps spreading, and how do we get rid of a rot that spreads?
We burn it?
We can, but that's not our only option. We can cut it, shoot it, pierce it, drown it, bury it, destroy it. Because you see, people are like books, Lily. Their pages fade over time, and you can't read them like you used to. And they're filled with bullshit. That's your lesson for today.
Britain, awake! Awake for slumber!
I'm sorry. Sorry for being such an arse. Consider that time to be now. I got a bit headstrong. Sometimes I overstep my mark, but then she puts me in my place. And I remember I ain't shit. It's best I lay low for a while. It's more important I make friends right now, rather than enemies. Listen, if you want, I could tag along. But watch your back. There's a reason Eve kept me around. I've never lost a gunfight. Friends, it is. Though I can't associate with anyone outside the column. Eve's orders. It'll have to just be you and me. Sorry. Let's head out.
Britain, awake!
Stringing with supplies. Who does he think he
Come
is?
on, I'd probably like to have a chinwag with you. Anything I need, eh? Careful what you offer. I might come knocking on your door one of these days, mate. You know, I've got to say, you've really impressed me with your attitude. Most I meet are just trying to survive, barely making a dent in this bleeding wasteland. But you? Nah, you're different. Here you are, lending a hand to the fifth column. Not many outsiders take an interest in our cause, you know. So I gotta ask, why'd you decide to help us? Most of the grunts I get sent are just following orders without really thinking. But you've got a fire in your belly. I like that. All right, Chief. I've got to be straight with you. I've been rooming on this for a while now. You're too good to be true, you know? It's like either you're a proper godsend of a merc, or some undercover agent from Camelot. Look, don't get me wrong, I appreciate all the help you've given us. But in this world, nothing comes for free. Sooner or later, most people start charging for their services. That's just how it is. And yeah, I hear you, mate. But trust me, it's rare to find someone willing to lend a hand, expecting nothing in return. Makes me wonder if there's more to it. So what's your deal? Ah, well, mate, that's a sensitive topic. I'd rather not delve into it right now. Just know there are certain reasons that make me a bit cautious and wary of unexpected goodness. All right, mate, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. But keep in mind, if things turn funny, I'll be the first to give you a proper piece of my mind. Fair warning.
Britain.
You have time to talk now? Still want your honest thoughts on the column? I get it, mate. Sometimes it takes time to make up your mind. Just know there's more bubbling beneath the obvious cracks of the fifth column. I feel it's high time I give you some education on the column. I'm surprised you never asked why I've always kept at arm's length, away from Cable Street. Have you ever wondered about that? See, Wafy, it's a bit of a touchy subject, but I reckon you deserve to know. I'm essentially banished from the St. George and Cable Street, kept apart from the heart of the fifth column. Now, I'm still useful because I do all the dirty work from them. But it's because I represent a period of the past, a past Eve wishes to forget and move on from. It's as simple and as complicated as that, mate. My presence reminds them of a time they want to forget, and that's why I'm kept at arm's length. I reckon the reason goes beyond just history, though. It's twofold, if you ask me. And this is the actual crux of me speaking to you. Now, the first part is indeed my past, the reminders of what the fifth column was. But the other's Lily. You see, mate, my connection with Lily, the influence I have over her, makes me a liability in their eyes. They want to shape the future, and my presence could disrupt their plans. So it's not only about history, but also about keeping Lily's path clear without my interference. It's a tangled web of circumstances. Sometimes I wonder if my place is even within the fifth column. But despite it all, I'm loyal to Eve, and I'll follow her lead to the end. Yeah, at least now you can see why I feel like the black sheep. You don't know the half of it. Lily, she's my daughter. It's a truth that cuts me deep, rips me heart out every time I think about it. Well, back when I was Eve's handler, we got close, you know? We were, romantically involved. Romantic for me, at least. For me, it was love, pure and true. But looking back, it's clear as day it was nothing but a transaction for her. It still shatters me. Aye, that's the cold, harsh truth. How she saw it, it tears at my soul. It's a darkness I carry within me, a burden I can't shake off. Nobody explicitly knows about our past together, but trust me, everyone's got their suspicions. It's the worst kept secret of all time. Even the biggest simpleton could put two and two together, but no one dares say it out loud. It's too delicate a situation. So, it hangs in the air, a hidden truth. But I'll always love Lily, regardless of what people say or don't say. It's been a challenge, no doubt. But what matters most now is protecting Lily and making sure she has a chance at a better future. She's the light in my life, the reason I keep fighting. But this wound runs deep, an ache that never truly fades. All I want is for her to find happiness in this world, even if it's not through the love I hope to share with her mother. Aye, as I said, it's been a challenge. Sometimes I admire my own strength. Now listen closely, mate, because this part is crucial. Eve, she's got a plan for Lily. A plan to cement her in place at the top, where no one can stop her vision. Nothing evil, mind, it's all about securing the future. Eve wants Lily to carry on her legacy once she's gone. She wants her to become a figurehead, a symbol of their cause, a leader who'll continue the fight. It's about forming a dynasty within the fifth column, keeping their ideals alive through generations. A little column A, a bit of column B. She wants Lily to step up, become the face of the movement, ensure it keeps on. This heavy burden, this is Eve's lasting legacy. That's the double-edged sword. On the one hand, I want Lily to find her own path, choose her own destiny. But on the other, I understand the weight of this duty, the importance of carrying on the fight. Clearly, I'm conflicted. I'd support Lily in whatever she chooses. Because the choices she makes will shape her future and the future of the Fifth Column. I only hope she finds her own way, guided by her own convictions, and makes a lasting impact for the cause we hold dear. I'm glad you get it, mate. The thought of Lily being weighed down with such a responsibility might not sit right with me, but she's a tough cookie. I'm sure she'll do right. Know what I mean? Thanks for your trust, mate. It means a lot to me. I'll do my best to find that balance, to guide Lily towards a future where she can flourish and make a difference. She deserves nothing less. It's a bleeding relief to know I've got someone like you in my corner, always there to lend an ear and lend an hand. Our friendship, it's worth its weight in gold, and I can't thank you enough for sticking me through thick and thin. You're a true diamond, and I'll never take your presence in my life for granted. Right, mate, let's keep all this between us, yeah? Mum's the word, as they say. It's a sensitive matter. It's best if it stays that way. I trust you to keep our conversations under lock and key. Now, let's make like the trees and branch. Nah, you're doing it again. Stop trying to look under my mask. Come here and let me fucking tell you what's there. I appreciate that. But I also know your curiosity is killing the cat. So here goes nothing. It all goes back to the day I got caught in a bloody grenade blast, mate. Horrifically burned and disfigured I was. The face you see now is the result of that fateful day. See, back in the day, the Fifth Column's original territory was Islington. We operated out of the old library, led by a name called Harold Attlee. But the gang was divided, mate. Too much red tape, too many divisions. All I remember is that I was the handler for Eve, there to show her the ropes. Even on day one, she was brash, idealistic, and a voice of power. But after a few years, things came to an end. They tried to silence Eve, framed her for killing some gentry prisoners of war. Men, women, and children. The lot of them. But I know she couldn't have done it, mate. It was all a setup. She was a threat to Harold's leadership. Stuck her in some kangaroo court, handcuffed and blindfolded. Both Eve and I were at their mercy. Then, chaos erupted. Boom! Daka daka daka! Gentry assassins ambushed us. It was a fucking textbook false flag op on their own POWs, just to get the upper echelon in the same place, same time. There was a fierce gunfight, an explosion, and everything went dark for me. Now, the explosion blew me handcuffs off, all right? But it also blew me face off. A right bloody mess. Half me mug melted right off there and then. I went up like fucking kindling. Ain't touched pork since. Know what I mean? Eve, though. She handed it to those gentry assassins, avenging Harold Attlee who died in the blast. She damn near sacrificed herself holding on to a grenade, trying to save the others. Fucking martyrdom. Return a sender. Ah, she survived, despite losing half her limbs. It was me who scraped her off the floor, brought her to safety. Experimental surgeries, mate. They managed to reattach her limbs. She became a symbol of ultimate sacrifice, unanimously elected leader of the Fifth Column. It's an incredible journey for a wafie. She's a true leader. Eve's will is stronger than ever now. It's why she leads the 5th column. But yeah, on topic again. That's why I wear this iron mask, mate. To shield people from my disfigurement. And it's also a reminder of the price we've paid. The sacrifices we've made. Aye, mate. You're right. There are so many fucking holes. So many unanswered questions. It's like my depressed mind and yours are seeing the same gaps in the tale. It's frustrating, but I'm glad you see it too. Look, mate, I need your help. I need to go back to where it all happened. It won't be easy, I warn you. Physically, it'll be hard, because it's Miller's men turf now, and they're a tough bunch. But mentally, it's going to be even harder. It's hard to explain, mate. It's like there's nothing left in me, but the nothing keeps growing. I can't rest till I find the truth, until I tie up these loose ends. But even thinking about it, it drains me. I need closure, or it will keep eating away at me. I need to face that place again, to put the past behind me. I don't have the strength to do it alone. Thanks, mate. I appreciate your support. It means more than you know. Let's gather our strength and face the demons head on. Maybe, just maybe, we can find some peace amidst the chaos. Right, listen up, mate. The plan is kind of simple, but it won't be a walk in the park. We need to haul our asses over to Islington. Now, I can't guarantee the gate's still working, so we might have to go through this Roundels turf and navigate some sewers. I'd prefer the non-shit route, but c'est la vie, them's the breaks, etc. You know. Once we're inside, brace yourself. We're gonna come across those Miller's men bastards. It's gonna be a fight. Our goal is to make our way to the old HQ room. Can't imagine they're using that library for books anymore. Probably a nest of them. So, be ready to fuck up anyone who stands in our way. It won't be pretty, but we need to reach that room. Stay sharp, stay focused, and let's make our way through this bloody mess. Knew I could count on you for support. We'll face whatever lies ahead, and if Friar Tucker's with us, we'll uncover the answers we've been searching for. I remember the old HQ having security doors. It's unlikely the Baldies have managed to crack them open. I reckon starting there might just uncover something. It's a gamble, but we need to explore every avenue. So, let's break in and have a gander at what history it has to offer, and hope we stumble upon what we're looking for. And
When's the next
here it
bash?
is.
I'm raring to go.
Oh, bloody hell. It's sending shivers up my spine already. The answers we need are inside... Oh, I can't see shit through here. Glass is so dirty. Muckier than a chimney sweep's apron. Looks like Miller's lot ain't cracked it yet. From what little I can see, ain't no signs of them breaching it yet. Actually, hold up. I ought to have the coast let us in. Hang on a sec.
Sometimes, I wish I had a
It's where they turned me into the monster I am today. We need to investigate this. I've got to know what happened once and for all. But let's be discreet about it, all right? No need to draw more attention from Miller's boys. In case you forgot, I was knocked out for most of the night, so I ain't got the foggiest idea what went down. We got to try and piece together what happened here. I reckon if we put our noggins together, we can suss it out. You start over there and I'll start over here, all right? Pucker. All right, report back to me if you think you figured it out, okay? 10-4, apricot and all that.
I hear the round...
We live in a period of great turmoil and uncertainty. It is a time when actions speak louder than words. When the fate of this great nation hangs in the balance. Today, we stand here not as mere council, but as guardians of justice and order. Believe me, you have my sympathy. Normally, we've been seen as the council who are regarded as people who have learned to talk, but not act. And you demand action, and rightly demand it, in dealing with these traitors to our cause, these scum. We live in a period when the fifth column can only survive by vigor and by action. We have resources of intellect, of energy, of craftsmanship.
You don't know anything!
This is absurd! We're innocent! You have no proof of these accusations!
He's right! We would never commit such atrocity!
Silence! Your protests fall on deaf ears. The truth has been revealed, and justice must be served. And so, I pronounce the verdict of this court. John and Eve, you are sentenced to death by execution for your crimes against humanity. Captain of the Guard, commence death by immolation.
Come with me, John. It's time to face your punishment.
Get your hands off me!
Not so fast, fascist pig! Give me that gun!
Eve! No! He's gonna drop me! Oi! Eve! I've fallen! Oh, fuck the flames!
What is the meaning of this?
This is justice! John! John! Oh, you'll pay for this! For baby Lily! Frank! Out!
Yes, mistress?
I dismiss. Make me the savior.
Yes, mistress.
What happened here? What's this? Fuck me. Well, it's painfully evident that Eve's narrative is a grotesque lie. You know, I've always known it, but hearing this confirms it. She's mercilessly taken the old guards' lives to cover her own crime. Fuck! She almost met her own end in her vengeful quest to top it. She's crafted this twisted narrative to portray herself as some kind of heroine. It's even worse than I imagined. I just can't believe it. All these years, I had my doubts. Deep down, I chose not to believe them. Love, you know, it's a powerful thing. It can make you blind to the darkest of truths. But now that I've seen this evidence, this horrific evidence, I can't deny it any longer. Deep down in the pit of my gut, I always had this nagging feeling, this dreadful suspicion that maybe, just maybe, there was some truth to those whispers. But I buried it deep beneath layers of devotion because love blinds you, doesn't it? For me, it almost did it in the literal sense. Now, here we are, confronted with this grim evidence that I've tried so hard to avoid, to deny. Innocent people, lives shattered, all because of her. And I can't deny it any longer, can I? No. It's there, staring me in the face, haunting my conscience. But here's the cruel twist. Even though we both know the truth, we can't tell anyone. Ain't no one left who'd care, who'd remember. Anyone of note within the fifth column, they're all newcomers. They joined after this event, or they've been silenced, sent on deadly missions, never to return. The ones who would have cared, who would have remembered, they're long gone. Fuck! That's why they're all gone. Sent on missions that got them killed. God! Of course. Now that makes sense. Dictators, they don't keep anyone around who might oppose them, do they? It's the oldest trick in the book. Eliminating anyone who might try something. It's the age-old recipe for tyranny. Anyone new is a bootlicker too deep in her cult of personality. Fuck! Even me. Well, I got banished. Excommunicated. It's just as good as being dead. Probably only kept breathing because of Lily. Eve probably figured it's safer to keep me at a distance. A dad for Lily, even from afar, is better than no dad. Or, worse, a bad one. Because that's what led to Eve's falling out of favour with the gentry in the first place. Daddy issues. I'm just shocked, appalled, Wayfarer. I need time to let all this sink in, to figure out what to make of it. We'd best get out of this cursed library before more of Miller's lot come sniffing round. I've already died in this place once before, and I've no desire to do it again. Thanks, but let's go.
Gone in the blink of an eye.
I reckon it's about time we have a proper chat. Just you and me. This ain't easy for me to say, but I can't keep it bottled up any longer. Fuck it, here goes nothing. I've been wearing this mask for so long that sometimes I forget what my face looks like. It's like the mask has become a part of me, a shield to protect me from the world. But since meeting you've been my shield. I know I can trust you, that you won't judge me for what's underneath. And believe me, what's underneath is not pretty. The scars, the burns, they're a constant reminder of my past mistakes. I was a fool to think I could protect Eve, to think I could save her from herself. But now I see things more clearly. Eve, she's not the woman I fell in love with. She's something else entirely, something dark and twisted. And as much as it pains me to say it, I can't be around her anymore. I want to put my past behind me, to stop living in the shadows of my mistakes. You know, I used to think this face was a curse, that it made me unlovable. But now I see it as a blessing. It's a reminder of the person I used to be, of the mistakes I've made. And it's a reminder that I can always change, that I can always become someone better. Thank you for being here with me, for seeing me for who I really am. I don't know what the future holds for us, but I do know that I want you in it. You make me want to be a better man, and for that I will always be grateful. Bloody hell. I've never been one for these sorts of talks. Look, I know I've been hiding behind this mask for too long now. It's just that it's a part of me that nobody has ever seen, apart from Eve. But you're different. You're the first person I've met who's seen me history, the real history. And I've got to admit, it's scary as hell. This mask is just me pretending to be tough and unbreakable. But you know I'm just a man, with fears and doubts. And that's what's truly disfiguring. This mask that I wear to hide my true self. But with you, I don't have to put on an act anymore. I can just be myself, flaws and all. And I want you to see me for who I really am, without the mask. I want to show you my face so you can see the real me. And I hope it don't scare you too much. I know I'm not the most handsome man in the world, I hope you can see past the scars and burns. Now, I might just be being a bit fruity, because to be honest with you, I see you as more than just a friend. Maybe it's crazy, but I can't help the way I feel. I know I've got baggage, lots of things I need to work on, but besides you, I think I can face anything. So what do you say? Are you willing to see the real me? Nah, shush. I appreciate what you're saying, but please, don't say nothing. Just listen up. You know, I've been wearing this mask for so long that I've almost forgotten what it's like to show my real face to someone. But with you, it's different. In some ways, I feel like you've already seen it. Not my physical face, but the real me. Me scared, hurt and broken. And you didn't run away. Eve was the only one who ever saw me like this before, and I thought I could never trust anyone else to see me that way. But you've proved me wrong. I value you as more than a friend, and more than a mask for that matter. You're someone I can truly rely on without me having to hide myself. Beyond this mask, beyond these scars, I'm just a man who's as scared and vulnerable as anyone else in this tortured city. Around you, I can finally admit that. I know I ain't perfect, and I've done things in the past that I'm not proud of. But wounds can heal, and so can I. I'm not gonna just cover up my scars anymore. They're part of me, and I can accept that now. I know. That's been the key, really. I appreciate it. I really do. But it's no good me just getting my head straight. Let's get back to fixing up London. Right, sister?